We are live. We are live at the noisy Bev Francis Powerhouse Gym with Maria. Introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? I'm Maria. I'm here at Bev Francis. We're going to train some shoulders, my absolute favorite body part to train. So let's get started. We're going to warm up with a machine shoulder press. I like to do this just to get my blood pumping. I'm going to start really light and I'm going to do 15 reps.
Oh wow, good camera work by Frank Sepe.
I like to face inward on this machine. I just feel it a little bit more and I feel more stable having my chest against the bench. So that's how I'm going to face it.
People are saying hi, Maria.
Hi.
Can you guys hear her?
Can they hear me? Yeah.
All right. Work it out, man. So now Maria's giving a abbreviated workout for you guys today. What do you usually do with this sets and rep wise for shoulder press?
So normally I'll do 4 sets of everything, but we're going to go through 2 sets just so you can get like a little bit shorter idea of my workouts. And again, I'm just going really light here. I just want to get my blood flowing a little bit. I took my pre-workout with, I've been using the NO3 Chrome from Cellucor, so I drink a lot of coffee and there's no stimulant in it. It just kind of gives me like a really good pump. So you'll see it by like my 2nd or 3rd set.
Can you raise the weight on each set?
I do. So I started at 40 here because it was super light. I'm going to go to 50. And normally I would get up to like 60 on here, which is still fairly light, but it's just really to get my blood flowing.
All right. 2nd set. The noisiest. See everybody around the Bev Francis Gym. Maria had to get a pump first.
Yeah. I think it's starting. It's starting, right?
Live on Muscle and Fitness. Shoulder press. Maria, somebody said you're shredded.
Shredded.
They want to know if you're getting ready for shoots or you have been.
No, honestly, I've just been maintaining this body fat all year round, kind of, like give or take a few pounds. I just found it really helpful for me that I haven't been doing crazy cheat meals. I cut that out totally, and I really reduced my meat consumption. I eat no chicken, and I'll have to like beef a little bit here and there, but my main sources of protein are fish, and I feel like that's definitely helping me be a little bit leaner year round.
Do you want to do a 3rd set? Do you feel it?
I do. I want to do one more. I'm out of breath.
Shout out to everyone that can hear us.
All right.
Can you hear us? Take your time. I think you should do your 4 sets just to get it going. Yeah.
I think my pump's kind of starting, right? A little bit.
Wave if you like Maria's physique. Wave if you like Bev Francis Gym. You're getting a lot of hearts.
Yay.
Cool. So we're doing 4 sets. Start the show.
Today, well, actually, every shoulder workout, I always do 2 exercises for side laterals because I really like developing my calf here, and that's really the best kind of movement for that. So next we're going to move on to a side lateral raise. I didn't decide which one I'm going to do yet, but I'll kind of decide after this.
Someone said you're super fit.
Thank you.
Stan is love. Super fit.
Thank you.
Cool.
All right, one more second.
It's a lot of hard work and dedication is what's become super fit. Consistency as well. Good. Good set.
So we just got a new machine here for side lateral raises. It's so hard. Sometimes I don't even add any weight. I think I'm going to do that one next. So let's go check it
The
out.
standing one?
Yeah.
So you'll get a tour of the gym as we move. As we move through.
A man of many talents, friend.
So this is the shoulder. Oh, the standing one. Oh, cool.
Yeah, this is my favorite machine here. I love the little platform, so I feel like I'm on a stage.
See, now I used to like the old school one that they still have here. It does the same thing,
Yeah.
but this one's a little. This is the new version.
This is the new version, and
This is gonna work.
it's really heavy. Like, I'm not even gonna add weight right now, and I'm still gonna feel it.
This is for side delts.
Yeah. This
Okay.
is the side lateral.
All right.
What I love about this is the fact that it keeps me so stable. I still have to have a strong core and be really rooted in my feet, but I can't move my arms like front and back. It really keeps me in like one stable motion. So I really feel right here pumps so much. And you're gonna break from this like.
So you can't really do drop sets here because there's no weight. It's heavy enough, right? So you do straight up
like,
sets.
Honestly, at most I'll add 10 pounds, which is really heavy for me from going low reps. But right now I'm just trying to stay a little bit more lean, so I'm usually doing like 12 to 15 reps right now. Hi.
There he is. There's Tone. There goes the live count's dropping right now. Oh wait, it's going.
Oh my
There's a
God.
left.
You're like a home residence at the barn now, huh? Tell Don I'm jealous.
Come Tuesday, work out with us.
Tomorrow's
Yeah. 10 o'clock. No excuses.
No.
Second set.
All right, here we go.
We got 400 people on with us right now.
Awesome.
Live.
So
Here we
yeah, I'm really rooted in my feet. I always start mentally with my feet being really grounded. My core is always tight and engaged. And again, with this, I can't move. I'm very stable, so I'm really able to just let go and focus on the movement and on my shoulders. All right.
You can see how even though it's heavy, every rep that you do is the same. It's very, smooth and consistent, right?
Yeah, I'd rather get less reps, but with perfect, as close to perfect form as possible, and really feeling the muscle instead of just like pushing through it.
Namaste from India.
Hi.
Tell me what country you're from. Tell me what country you're from right now. Send your country. Egypt.
Egypt. So, I'm actually a little
German?
Egyptian.
Gonna do a third set.
Okay,
This your favorite
let's do
machine?
it. Yeah, by far my favorite.
Take your time.
water.
How often do you train your shoulders?
So for me, having like really toned upper body is really important. So I do my shoulders twice a week, and I actually train arms like maybe once a week at most, about every other week. So to me, having like really sexy toned arms is more about your shoulder development than anything else. So twice a week. Once I'll go maybe a little bit heavier, and then the second one I'll do more higher reps, just to keep it a little interesting and different.
Scotland, Paraguay, India, Egypt. Wow, quite a few different countries. Right?
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
All right, here we go.
Okay. And Maria's giving you an abbreviated shoulder workout, but this is her third set. We're here at Bev Francis Powerhouse Gym. Nice.
There's no cheating with this machine. It's so hard.
What do you usually do? 4 sets here?
I usually do 4. I'm going to do 3 today, and I'm going to move over to an upright row. I like to do them with dumbbells, so I'm going to grab my wrist straps and I'm going to head over.
See, that's one of my favorite too, upright rows. I always do them, and not a lot of people still include them in their shoulder workout. I love them.
I love that, and I love doing one arm at a time because I feel like it's so much more concentrated.
Yeah.
It gives me an opportunity to also engage my core. Like even with my abs, like I feel like they're pretty well developed, but I don't train abs often. I just really engage them in every exercise that I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's move on.
There's Lou, Bev Francis Gym. Oh. We almost lost me. That would have been ugly.
Is this part okay? Or
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm going to put my wraps on because my hands get all sweaty and this will give me a pretty good grip. The last thing I want to focus on when I'm doing upright row is my hands or my forearms. I want to just really feel my shoulders.
What kind of wraps are those?
Actually, they're one of Garash's proto samples.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're just a sample. They're like no brands. So I have a bench here. I really like to hold on to something for stability. So I'm going to grab a dumbbell and I'll start on the other side.
Okay. Good.
So a really important thing for me to focus on here is always leading with my elbow. So I always start there and I bring the dumbbell up to just above my chest.
You see, we shoot a lot of the top pros influencers here at Muscle and Fitness, and no matter how many years you've been in this business, you always learn something new or you forgot something. And this is one of those exercises where you're like, wow, I haven't done that in a while, that you can see is extremely effective. I like the exercise that you can actually see the muscle working that you're hitting,
Yeah.
and that's definitely great shoulder movement. And working unilaterally also.
So that was 15. I'm going to move over to the other side.
And those aren't easy.
No, especially if you're doing them where you're focused and concentrated, it's not easy at all. Again, I'm always starting with my feet grounded and rooted, my abs tight, and then I move up my body. So leading with my elbow and just really feeling every single rep.
Nice.
I could easily throw around heavier weight, but if I did that, I don't feel like I'd be getting the most out of it. So I'd rather just make 20 pounds feel heavy just by really engaging in every single rep. And you can see I don't just throw it down at the end of each rep. I really control the negatives. So I'm getting the most out of each part of this movement.
And it's an easy movement to get hurt.
Yeah,
If you do
very
too much
easy.
weight with your elbows, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so you should go lighter and use better form.
I just did 20s. I'm going to go 25 on the next. I'm going to take a breather. Is anyone else training shoulders today?
Come down to Bev Francis Powerhouse Gym. Train here. Best gym in the world. Get all the top IFBB Pro League pros in here, influencers. Great place for motivation. And we're on our third shoulder movement here. So we started with presses, went to a side lateral, and now we're doing upright row unilaterally. Nice and smooth. That. Elbow up. Nice.
It got really hard at the end. I'm going to wait for him to finish. But before I train, I don't like to eat anything too heavy. So my go-to pre-workout meal is usually 2 slices of Ezekiel with a little bit of peanut butter mixed with protein powder. So it kind of gives me protein, fats, carbs. I feel like having that meal, I don't feel heavy in my stomach, I have sustained energy, and it really powers me through a workout without feeling starving during it. It doesn't really spike my insulin too much.
She's using 25. Someone asked us 25-pound dumbbells for this movement.
I only got 12 reps on that other one.
Yep. Training shoulders at the East Coast Mecca.
That felt really good. See, I have such a great pump. Definitely a combination of the food, the blood flowing, my pre-workout.
Somebody asked how much cardio you're doing.
I do 0 cardio, literally. I warm up before every workout with 5 minutes on the bike just to kind of set my playlist, get my mindset ready. But I'm not doing cardio. It's just really about when I'm training, I keep moving. It's kind of why I got the Apple Watch, because it's really easy to get distracted in conversation, but this helps me focus on how much time is passing, my heart rate. So I always try to keep my heart rate up, not spend too much time just like talking or sitting still. So I'm literally doing no cardio right now, and I'm probably the leanest I've been in a really long time. Yeah.
People want to know, are you competing?
I'm not competing. Just kind of doing this for myself. I just feel like it's not conducive to my goals right now. I have like a little bit of a hormonal imbalance that I'm working through. So for me, it's just more about maintaining like a healthy physique. So I'm going to do another side lateral raise. And this time I'm going to grab a little bit of a lighter dumbbell and I'm going to do it hanging. So it kind of like switches up the movement a little bit. I'm going to grab it hanging.
Okay.
So when you're doing this, you want to start lighter because you're going to be hanging on an angle. It definitely makes it a little more challenging. And again, it's another one-sided movement, so you have to really focus, and it helps you have a little bit more stability. So I'm just going to hold on to here, hang down. So while I was doing that, I noticed that the 10 pounds felt really light. So what I did was I slowed down my movement so that I can really feel it and make it a little bit tougher, because otherwise 10 pounds would have been nothing, and I feel like it almost would have been a wasted set as far as energy expenditure. All right.
Other side.
Other side. Here we go.
No, she's not competing. Is that Miss Olympia on there, Andrea Shaw? What's up, Andrea? At the East Coast Mecca, training shoulders with Maria. Look inside delts.
I'm gonna trade this over for a 12-pounder. It felt a little bit light. I don't want to go too heavy because I feel like 15 might be a little much. So I'm gonna grab 12 in the water. I'm so sorry. So out of
12 in the water.
12 in the water. First water. So I usually drink about half a gallon of water just in my workouts. Actually, the majority of my water consumption for the day. I will drink more, maybe like another quarter of a gallon later on, but usually I just like to chug while I'm training, keep myself hydrated.
Sadiq says water is an old technology.
Yeah, and overlooked so much. You know, like I went through a period a year ago where I was just bloated every day. My stomach was very extended, and I'm trying to think like, what is it? What is it? Finally, my boyfriend, Arash, she was like, are you drinking enough water? And I thought I was. I doubled my water consumption, and my stomach was flat the next day. Like, it's so important to flush yourself out and drink enough water every day. Here we go.
Here we go. Bev Francis Powerhouse Gym. That's the gym we're at. You hear all the plates banging in the background. A lot of hard work going in here right now. Nice.
So normally I would do 4 sets there, but I'm just going to do 2. And I'm going to move on to some rear delt movements. So one of the most important things to me for training rear delts is the fact that it's a postural muscle. So it not only helps aesthetically, but it helps your posture. It pulls your shoulders down and back. So I like to train my rear delts twice a week. I'm going to start with a cable movement. Another thing here is like you want to go light. If I try to push the weight on this, I notice my shoulders hiking up and I tense my neck. So I go really light here. And I just focus on squeezing my rear delts at the end movement.
Want to grab your water?
Yeah.
Some reason I have a shirt and carry it
I don't know why he has a shirt, but
Stay hydrated. So now we're working rear delts.
Working very well. So again, like everything that I focus on when I'm training is starting with grounded feet, tight abs, and then building my way up. So I did 20 reps there because it's pretty light. It's only on 2.5. But if I go to 7.5, which is the next option, I already know I'm going to be straining and my form's going to be sloppy. So I just picked up the rep range here.
Doing a lot of, I forgot who it was, but we were doing something, I think it was Andre Ferguson. He was doing a lot of partial reps at the end. You throw him in any partials at the end or like...
You know, I haven't, but something I want to do now.
It's just interesting. I was just doing like half reps at the end and partials and stuff.
They
Just getting
actually
squeezed.
burn a lot more than people think. Like, you're not cheating. Like, it's actually more of a challenge, just in a different
The problem on Instagram is if you just film that part of the partials, people are like, you're not doing a full range of motion. You know what I mean?
I definitely want to add that now. I'm always trying to think of like different intensity techniques and like switch it up a little bit. Keep it interesting.
And we will have Arash Wednesday. We'll have Arash Wednesday.
Yeah.
We'll have Don Saladino, Frank Sepe sleeveless on Tuesday.
Epic.
And then we have Sadiq Hazovic on Friday.
Awesome.
Got a full schedule. Thursday TBD. Second set.
You know, it's amazing what you can do when you actually focus. Like 2.5 pounds is not heavy, but when you really like feel every single part of the rep, I'm telling you, it takes it to a whole nother level. I can easily just muscle through this, but doing that made 20 reps really challenging at 2.5 pounds. So
Is this your last movement too, you were asking?
I'm gonna do one more rear delt movement. I'm not sure what it's called, but my trainer showed it to me. So
Who's your trainer?
Marco Rivera. I'm pro Marco Rivera. Okay, I just need to see some dumbbells, so I'll go back over there.
Okay. I'll grab my drink. I'm good.
Jimmy, who's that?
A lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. This is gonna be my last movement. Seated. I have 10-pound dumbbells. So before I get into it, the movement is really bending down and coming up and pulling back and squeezing your rear delts. So it's very different than doing the flies that I just did, but it feels incredible just the same.
There's your Arash.
There's my Arash. We'll go say hi.
And this is the second rear delt movement. This is your 5th shoulder movement. Is that what you usually do on a normal day? 5,
That is
20 sets?
Always 2 side laterals and 2 rear delt movements. I feel like they're definitely the most important. And honestly, sometimes I'll throw rear delts in after my back training as well. I feel like it's a really important muscle to strengthen. A little bit of hydration.
More water. Stay hydrated. Perfect. Training at Bev Francis Powerhouse Gym, doing rear delts right here. If you haven't tried this movement, give it a try. Woo.
10 pounds, that is epic. I gotta find out what the name is of this. So, again, I would normally do 4 sets here, but just for the sake of time, just do 2 today.
Get to be a fly on the wall during this workout and learn some new techniques and you know, and as you see, she trains her overall shoulder. Check out her shoulders. A lot of people, you know, I noticed too, like whether we're training, they do train rear delts on back day and shoulder day. And actually one competitor was doing rear delts first. I think it was Anthony Scalza first in his back workout, which I thought was interesting too.
That is interesting.
So
I
it's
feel
like
maybe it'll help with the posture and engaging your back.
he has incredible rear delts, so he's doing something right.
Yeah, literally. I mean, I feel like it's whatever can help you connect a little bit easier. You know, like for me, I know like the back, like shoulders is great because I can see it in the mirror. I see when I'm training. Your back, you can't do that. So whatever can help you access that mind muscle connection will help you take it to another level.
I think we're all stuck too on habits, and then we are afraid to try something different. And you know, when we do, we're like, oh, that was actually really cool. So
Yeah, like the have reps.
Yeah.
I'm honestly excited to add that in this week. We'll have our options.
here comes Arash. So guys, I hate to break this to you, but here comes Maria's boyfriend. So of all you people that put all, you know, the hearts and everything, this is the guy that.
Yeah, sorry.
This good-looking guy here. He'll be on with us Wednesday at 12 o'clock on Muscle and Fitness Live. What are we going to train?
What do you guys want to see is the question. Let us know what you want to see, what you want to train. I'll train whatever everyone wants to see that'll be helpful. We can give some tips. I know there's certain body parts that some of you guys struggle with.
Yeah.
Let me know. Maybe we do. If we have a lot of different stuff, maybe we cover all of it. You know, this is for you guys.
Yeah.
So I'll change my workout day to accommodate what you guys want to see and help you get better in the gym and reach your goals.
And I'll be working out with Arash because we've never worked out together.
Oh,
so
really?
I'm going to work out with Arash.
Right,
yeah.
nice. It's a nice
So
surprise.
pretty much I train about 14 times a week right now. I think I'm doing legs tomorrow with Don at the barn.
I'm the opposite.
Legs on
I've been
Thursday.
taking some time off, so we can do whatever you want.
Yeah, he still does. He still looks great. And it's not about, I tell this to people all the time, it's not about competing against other people and even closer, getting there closer, guys. It's not about competing and against, it's about learning and educating yourself. You have these great athletes who have achieved so much in their careers that, you know, I feel blessed to work out with them. I've been working out for over 30 years. I don't have an ego. I learn something different from everybody. You know, Maria just did the unilateral kind of dumbbell upright row, and I was like, wow, I forgot about that one. That's a really cool exercise. Talking about Scalza doing rear delts first in his back routine. So I look forward to training with Arash and learning some new stuff, and you know, I think it's great. So all the trainers out there, leave comments on Instagram saying you're doing it the wrong way or you're doing this. Check your ego at the door and really pay attention and listen, because you might actually learn something.
Anytime you think you know everything, you stop learning, you stop progressing. You know? So I am always learning, and it's an evolution. There's no right or wrong way. Certain things there are, but on most part, it's all about finding what works for you and utilizing all the tips and knowledge you can accumulate. You know, first it started with me back in magazines. We didn't have social media. We didn't have YouTube. I wasn't blessed to know guys like Frank Sepe. And now, I rub shoulders with some of the best athletes in the world, bodybuilders and not, and we share our secrets and we share diet and training. And it's never-ending learning circle. And also, even when you really got it, you evolve. So like my diet's not the same it was for the last Olympia that it will be for the next. My training, I find the best training protocol that changes and evolves with my needs, with my weaknesses, and my body. So it's like it's a living, breathing organism.
There's a lot of arms and legs.
I'll let you guys get to it, and I'll see you guys on
Wednesday, 12 o'clock Eastern time. And we have one more here, right? Are you too cold now?
No, I'm going to do one more. That was the longest rest I've taken. Well worth it, though. Well worth it.
You have to do extra reps now.
Yeah. Let's see what we got.
Burn them out.
I got the extra 5. I made up for it.
So you want to give a recap of what we just trained?
So, yes. So I started with some machine shoulder press as my warm-up, just because it's the most stable movement that I could possibly do. I did 3 sets there for 15 reps. I would normally do 4 sets. Then I moved on to the standing machine side lateral raise, because it keeps me very strict. I can't cheat on it. Then we moved into the one-arm dumbbell upright row. We focused on leading with our elbow, pulling to our chest. Then I did the hanging one-arm side lateral raise. And then we moved into the rear delts, so the standing rear delt flies. And then this fancy movement that I owe you guys the name on.
And where can people reach you on Instagram? They want to know.
So on Instagram, my name is Maria_Motivate. You guys can reach me, ask me any questions, message me. And I hope you enjoyed my workout.
They want to know how to spell that.
So Maria_Moda, MODA, FIT.
Awesome.
So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it.
Cool. This is Frank Sepe from Muscle and Fitness with Maria. And check out this video on YouTube, Muscle and Fitness social media, Muscle and Fitness hers, and probably next week, muscleandfitness.com. Thank you so much.